Everyone tells you that the key to building wealth is having multiple income streams. You literally hear it everywhere. Books, podcasts, social media, they tell you things like don't rely on one thing, diversify your income, have money coming in from everywhere. And while that sounds good in theory, I want to offer a different perspective, especially if you're early in your journey or feeling overwhelmed. Because the truth is, it takes an incredible amount of time, energy, and focus to build one income stream that actually works, let alone multiple. And trying to build multiple at the same time can quietly lead to burnout, frustration, and a whole lot of unfinished ideas. That's why going into this next year, I'm following what I call the rule of one. One product, one income stream, one platform. Not forever, but for now. And if you've been feeling scattered, stuck, or like you're doing a lot but not really moving forward, this might be exactly what you need to hear. While building something of your own, it's very easy to feel like you're behind. You see other people launching new things, expanding, adding income streams, doing more, and you start to think you should be doing the same. But what you don't always see is the foundation underneath that growth. What I have learned and what I'm actively reminding myself of is that focus builds momentum. And momentum is what actually changes things. Right now, I'm choosing to focus on one income stream to build the future that I want. Not because I lack ideas. Trust me, I have loads of those. Not because I don't want more, but because I want to do this in a way that feels sustainable. Building one stream properly means structuring it well, understanding how it makes money, improving it constantly over time, and eventually creating space for automation and outsourcing. That's how you move forward towards semi-passive or even passive income without crashing out before anything takes off. And I'm not saying you should never have multiple income streams. What I'm saying is build them one at a time. Let one thing work before you add another. Let one idea breathe. Let one system settle. Let one product or service reach its full potential. That's how you avoid spreading yourself so thin that nothing ever fully takes off. And if you're anything like me, this part might hit close to home. I'm very good at starting things. I love ideas. I get excited very easily. I see possibilities absolutely everywhere. But follow through, completion, seeing things all the way through. That's where I've struggled. I always say I'm an ideas woman, but shiny object syndrome is real. It's so easy to start something new, get excited, then see another opportunity and move on before the original thing ever had a real chance. And the problem with that isn't a lack of talent or discipline, it's that nothing gets the time it needs to actually work. Focusing on one thing at a time is how I'm going to counter that. Because to see results, actual real results, you need to start and finish. You need to see something through long enough to learn what works, what doesn't, and what needs adjusting. That's where confidence comes from. That's where clarity comes from. And that's where those feel-good moments come from. Not just starting it, but completing it. And here's something I don't think we think about enough. Every unfinished idea takes up mental space. It sits in the background as guilt, frustration. I should really get back to that. When you focus on one thing and commit to it fully, you actually reduce mental clutter. You stop constantly switching gears. You stop second guessing yourself. You stop feeling like you're behind on 10 different fronts. And instead, you know exactly what you're working on and why. So if you're heading into a new season of building, I want to gently challenge you to ask yourself, what would happen if you focused on one product, one income stream, and one platform? Not because you're limiting yourself, but because you're giving yourself a real chance to succeed. Depth before breadth, completion before expansion, sustainability before hustle. I'm on this journey too. Don't think it's just you alone. I'm choosing focus over noise, progress over pressure, and systems that support me and not drain me. And if you're feeling pulled in 100 different directions right now, maybe this is your sign to pause and choose one thing to actually commit to. Because you don't need to do everything at once. You just need to do one thing well and let it grow. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments what that one thing is for you right now. And if you're building alongside me, subscribe, because I'm sharing what I'm learning in real time, not from a place of perfection, but from the middle of the journey.